I'm Drew. Here we are in my beautiful home, 1,200 square foot home in Mar Vista, California, County, LA. I am here to tell you that there is an incredible incentive from LA Solar for rebates, for saving money on your monthly DWP bill, and way, way more. So welcome to my home. Well, I think there were a lot of questions, where to begin, how to find the right company. But mainly it was all about how many panels I need, how much money I would save, and how much time it would take to pay that money back. So it was a really straightforward amount of questions that could easily be answered by LA Solar. And that's how the ball got rolling. Questions, answers, then commitment. So it was a great process. Well, it was a really that's a good question. There's so many companies out there, so I was super overwhelmed. I was going online looking at a lot of different companies. Then I realized I talked to my buddy at work who had just gotten solar. He charges his car, which he drives 200 miles to work 2 days a week, and he has all the electricity taken care of by solar. So I knew this, so I talked to him, and he said, "Oh, LA Solar's the place to go." So that's where I started, and I never looked back. I didn't want to even try another company because he's a very trustworthy guy. As a homeowner, you have a lot of construction done, a lot of upkeep on the house, so you do get used to upgrades. It's not always a good experience, but I'll tell you right now, I was slightly nervous. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take, how damaging to the roof it would be. But I'll tell you right now, LA Solar was in and out of here in under 3 days and very low impact. They didn't even have to come indoors, really. They just did all their work out here. They organized the panels, set it up, ran the lines, low impact, quiet, no issues. Everything they said they did when I got the estimate actually happened. So I was super happy about that. And that's rare in the city of LA. Since the systems have been installed, I of course went right to my bill, the first bill that came. And yeah, I did save money. I can say the exact dollar amount, $30 a month. I get billed every 2 months. So it was actually $60 in that two-month billing cycle. So that was a sign of relief. It actually was working. And it's not super sunny here in Mar Vista, but it's exactly what they said. They give you a chart, you see the savings from year to year, and so far it's very accurate. So again, it's like the installation. There was no hidden agenda at all. And the cost was exactly the same as they said. The time of installation was exactly what they said, and the amount of savings so far is getting towards what they said I would save. Good. I've actually got a text today that they're going to be flying a drone over to check out the house as kind of a follow-up that they do with all their customers. So, maybe a drone is going to be flying around here at any moment. The support's been good via email, telephone, texting, and always someone on the other side willing to help you and walk you through problems. The one thing they did set up was this device. I forgot what it's called, but it monitors on an app the production of each panel, and it's all visual and super easy to understand. And if anything's wrong with the panels, it goes red. So it's super easy to kind of monitor from day to day if you want, even if you're not at home. You can do it when you're traveling. I think being a kind of standout in this neighborhood, there are a few people that have solar here, but I think the more people see that I've gone solar, hopefully they will choose that as well. The other satisfying thing is that, I used money from my father who had just passed away, and I think he would be super happy that I did this because he was a major advocate for the environment during his lifetime. And I think, boy, what a better way to spend that money. So that's kind of what gets me, through each day when I remember my dad. So I think it's kind of a nice little touch for it. Plus, saving money, being good to the environment, and all that stuff. So yeah, I wake up a happy guy. I have not earned anything from referrals, but hopefully some of those referrals will start to happen. I referred my mother-in-law. Actually, my neighbor on this side was interested. I'd be happy to go door to door and talk to people. It's a super friendly neighborhood. I haven't done that yet, but it's certainly something I could do. But I think down the line, if anyone around me, especially at work, because I work with a lot of teachers at Cal State, and I can really talk to them about it if they're thinking about it, because I think there's a lot of teachers that live in LA that work in the Central Valley in Bakersfield where I work. So it's a long commute. So I think solar can, just like the colleague that recommended LA Solar to me from work, he commutes at 200 miles every day. So it can actually charge your car and lower the gas price for you when you're traveling 200 miles 2 days a week, which is 400 miles a week. It's a lot of driving. And my buddy, he goes right to the charging station at the library, then he comes home and charges it with the LA Solar panels at home. So he's pretty much not spending any money on gas. So hopefully I can upgrade to that. I don't have an electric car, but when I got the panels, I got 3 extra panels just in case I wanted to upgrade to an electric car, which I thought was a really good idea. So eventually I hope to do that. We have power outages here in Mar Vista, but not as many as, say, the Central Valley or the Valley. But we do have them. They just don't last as long. So that was kind of a decision I had to make. Would I get a battery so I could store the energy, or will I wait on that? And that's another thing about charging the car, is that the battery is very good for that. But the power outage, not a big deal. But my mother-in-law, who I did recommend, said she certainly wants to get a battery because she doesn't want to lose power ever. So that I'm going to kind of play that by ear. But I think that, again, I can upgrade, and I think it's going to be much easier than starting from ground zero. Perhaps, but like I said, I got the 3 extra panels, so I don't really have to, I'm kind of maxed out now with that. But definitely battery and charging station for a car are in the pipeline. So the real catch here is that if you refer someone via LA Solar, you get, as a customer, a $500 rebate, a $500 check. And because I'm kind of out there in the world quite a bit, I'm a teacher and I have a lot of friends around, I am always talking about LA Solar and recommending people. I've recommended my mother-in-law, I've recommended my neighbor over here to check it out. No pressure, but check it out. And I think when they hear that positive kind of feedback from me, because they like me, they believe in me. So I'm hoping that I get a bunch of people to go solar with LA Solar.